Now for the show that's truly too hot to handle. It's The Melting Pat, and it starts right now.
You're listening to The Melting Pat. Here's your host, Pat Johnson.
Well, thank you, Jerome. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show, The Melting Pat. How are you? I'm doing okay. Recording stuff in bunches, so who knows when this is? I know, but you don't know, and that's fine. Because great way to start the show. Today we have guests, and I'm very excited. One, because I don't have to do a ton of work for the show. Editing is the work, right? And that takes a long time. But not having to plan a show is solid. I'm okay with it, especially with the way the next week or so is going to go for me, or the way this week and next week will go, has gone, will go. You get the idea. I'm very busy is what I mean. And so not having to plan out a show and being able to be done early is huge. So there we go. So I'm very excited today because Double Identity returned for their 4th appearance on the show. And I said this to them that I'm shocked that people want to keep coming back to the show. And it means a lot to me because it's you had enough of a good enough time with me that you want to come back again. And so that's great. And B, you say you are now telling me that I'm not a detriment to your brand, I guess, to you as an artist. Like, hey, we're not going to look bad if we're on this guy's show. And that helps too, that I've at least gained some sort of respect from other people. And again, anytime someone wants to spend an hour with me, or however long the interview will go, that is amazing to me. Like I'm just a dude in his basement recording stuff on breaks at work, right? Like I've been doing for 10 years almost. And it's wonderful to me. It's wild to me that people like to be involved, whether that's, sending a message or, just listening every week, downloading every episode, or joining me on the show. It is wild that people want to do that. And so my biggest and sincerest thanks to Arden and Courtney. It's incredible that anybody wants to keep coming back to the show. And I love having them on because they're just super fun. They're just really just super fun to talk to. And we go all over the map, and I would not change a thing because it's just super fun. Like, yes, we hit all the stuff. Don't worry. Because we talked about their new song, The Party, a bunch of other stuff related to that. And then we talked about a whole bunch of other stuff. And we kind of just went all over like we always do. And it's super fun. And I'm excited to share it with you today. So that's what's up. So we're talking to Double Identity, and then we'll play their new song, The Party. And then I'll come back and do a mouth riff and then close the show. Sound good? All right. We're good. Are you okay? I forgot to ask. I'm sorry. I was being rude. How are you today? Are you doing okay? You having a lovely time doing whatever it is that you do? Great. Love it. Love that for you and for me. And I love that you're here. Thank you very much. All right. We good? My back hurts. Let's move around. Hold on. Let's move around a little bit. Okay. Now we're ready. Now my chair is making all kinds of noise. Oh my goodness. Pat, can you just get to the interview and stop torturing us? Sure. Sure I can. Thank you. Here's me. Jesus. Here's me once again with my dear friends, Double Identity. Oh, good. I'm glad it works. I don't want to live stream. No, don't do that.
I love that I did a thumbs up and it's not a video.
Well,
it's flat.
It's fine.
The countdown.
You're allowed.
Good.
I just
God.
Wow. Did it work? All right. Everything's recording. Great. This is great. It's a common theme for us. This is your 4th time on the show.
That's crazy.
Which is insane, by the way. I am astonished that you keep wanting to come back. So thank you for that.
I'm signed up for the newsletter, Pat. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, thank you also for that. So that's one of you, but there are 2 of you. So,
yeah, that is one of us.
you both have email addresses, so
That's true.
Just saying. Anyway,
I'll write that down. I'll add that to my list.
You're writing down a lot today.
It's my 3rd thing.
Wow. That's too many things. Too many things. But we always have problems with technology when we do this. It's not unusual for things that just, is all of your alarms are off, right? And your ad blockers and stuff?
I think so.
Oh, there's no alarms on the computer. But
okay, good.
There should be 0 notifications on the computer.
Depending on how long we go, my Wordle alarm would go off
I'm good
In
on
an
an
hour.
hour.
I remember that being a problem last time because you were on your phone, and I had to do like 3 tracks for you because it kept going off.
I do remember
We
that.
should be good because I sometimes get like email notifications on here, but all my notifications should be silenced because this
Okay.
is the laptop I use for our tracks.
Oh, okay.
One time during practice, I like hadn't, gone through and done that, and I was getting like a crap ton of Discord notifications, and I was like, nope, can't.
Oh,
do
I turned
this.
those off.
Yeah,
I
and
turned
then
those off.
I
It's so many.
forget to check anything because I don't have notifications on. So
I am in your Discord. I don't really post anything, but I'm there.
Neither
I read
does
everything.
Courtney.
yeah, Courtney doesn't really post either. We've been a little laxy daisy on that one. I keep wanting to do movie nights.
Add it to the list.
But yeah, I'll add that to the list. But it's like, when you're gonna try to live stream something, like sometimes it doesn't let you. So last time when we did Lemonade Mouth, one of our friends, she streamed it from like this Russian website, which was cool.
Oh.
And when we tested it, it was fine. But like we didn't, we just tested to make sure that it played and there was sound. We were like, okay, that's fine. But it was in Russian then when we
Oh,
went
hell yeah.
to, like,
Wait, I didn't know any
actually
of
watch
that.
it. So then one of our other friends she found it somewhere else because Disney Plus wasn't letting us do it. So
I wonder why.
it was totally legal and totally
I didn't
fine.
stream it. Okay.
So it ended up working out and it was good. But now anytime I'm like, hey, let's watch this movie, I'm like, should I have checked that first? Like before I'm just like, I want us to watch Lisa Frankenstein in there because I just watched it again. So I was like, hey, let's do this. And then I was like, if it works, okay? Like, I'm not making any promises.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it's someone else's fault, is what you're telling me.
Well, it's
The universe.
I mean, we could argue that in that instance, it's Disney Plus's fault. We'll see if it's going to be Prime's fault.
Disney
next.
Plus would argue that it's your fault for trying to stream a
Listen,
movie.
I think that they
to
should be a
people
little
that
bit
aren't
more
paying.
accommodating to our digital world. Okay, I subscribe, so I think I should have rights.
Okay.
And
Well, this is America, so
yeah,
For now.
you're not guaranteed anything. There's like that teleparty thing where you can usually stream stuff through there and like watch party through there. So if that usually works, what is the difference?
I don't
If
know.
anything, it's
What's
an
the
advertisement
difference?
for Disney
What's
Plus.
the difference between inviting people to my house to watch it at the same time versus Discord?
You have to feed them.
Okay, well, I meant like the movie.
I mean, you don't have to. You should.
You should.
If you invite people
you're right,
over,
you have to.
You should feed them.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a jerk.
My Sam's Club mozzarella sticks. This is the meal.
That's it for the movie?
Well, okay.
Okay, so we're going to get to the song and stuff in a second. Now I need to know about this. When you have people over for movie nights, what's on the menu?
We have, well, it depends.
we bust out the popcorn tins. We got Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour. We got The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Usually we get pizza. But I've been thinking this summer, I'm like, I could make like 3 meals. Because that's what I know
We've
how to
done
do.
like make your own little mini pizzas.
We did that.
That's
was fun.
fun, but like it takes a while, and then everyone eats at different times, and also it's like a lot more expensive than just buying like Little Caesars.
But
or
it's the
something.
whimsy, the act of creation.
You have
The
to
whimsy.
pay for the whimsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pizza, popcorn.
And
Brownies.
vibes.
Because if I'm showing up for movie night, I'm there for a few hours. And if you're
Yes.
only feeding me mozzarella sticks, I'm going to be pretty upset, honestly. I mean,
Yeah,
they probably
it won't be
taste
just
good,
mozzarella sticks, but they probably will be involved because I like them a lot.
but then I don't want to leave hungry is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, it depends what time you leave. If you stay till like 2 in the morning, you're probably going to be hungry,
That's when the mozzarella.
That's what
I guess it depends how long the movie is. Like, are we watching Lord of the Rings extended editions or...
No, but we did do a Twilight Saga marathon with one of our friends, and I was crocheting the ghost that I have at our merch like the whole time, and I made a whole TikTok about it, like checking in like how many I had done every time. But it got like so long because that's like it was like 10 hours or something ridiculous.
10 hours of the Twilight movies? That's how long
Yeah,
they are?
we just did it all
I've never
more
seen
together.
them. I don't know.
What?
That's crazy talk.
So
I'm
we
sorry.
would like watch Twilight and then have a palate cleanser of watching the Hollywood show's Twilight parody, and then like we'd watch the next one and then the next parody, and we go back and forth.
And at the end, I think I
Which
even
added probably an
forgot.
extra hour to the viewing.
I think I even forgot to record like at the end how many ghosts I had made because I was just so like Okay, we did it! Yay! Okay, there was a lot of screen time.
I wanted to do it with the Hunger Games, but no one else.
No,
wants
because
to.
that's sad. I mean, Twilight is also sad, but
Are
that's
Twilight
like,
movies not sad? Isn't it about vampires
Well-
and werewolves not being able to love each other or something like that?
well, they could love each other.
How close am I with that description of the Twilight movies?
That'd be like a poorly explained. version of
yeah.
them, but it's
I mean,
not
you're not
completely
wrong.
false.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because I've never seen them. I'm not familiar with them at all.
Have you seen the Hunger Games?
No, nope.
What?
See,
Are
like
you doing
the Hunger
Raising
Games
the
is hard
Child?
because you have to confront the similarities to your own world, and
Okay.
Twilight doesn't really
Yeah.
have that as much.
Okay, and yes, I am a little busy right now, so
Well,
Excuses, Pat. Okay,
there's a new Hunger Games
it's been out for a
movie
decade.
coming out next year, so you have time. There's only
November 20th,
5
2026.
movies only for Hunger Games now.
okay.
I'll send
All
you
right.
the watch order.
Hunger
Get me started
Games.
talking about that book because I'll talk.
You
Twilight.
should read the books
Podcast.
first, though. Really, if you want the
Listen.
full experience.
If I don't have time to watch movies, I for
I
sure
know.
don't have time to read books.
I know.
That's true.
Come
I
on.
don't read books that much anymore.
We're ending the podcast now, and you're going to start reading the Hunger Games.
Oh my god.
No, we'll just make it a Discord thing. We watch all the.
I'm gonna book fake podcast episodes, and then Pat's gonna show up here, and it's gonna be me reading out loud to him.
It'll take a long time, I think.
I was gonna
Illegal
say is if
audiobook.
there are audiobook versions, I can get down with that.
There are.
There
I'm
are?
not a big audiobook girly, but you know what
Is there a
audiobooks I
graphic
do
audiobook?
like? It's called Graphic Audio. Is like the name of the company, and they do like cinematic, like multi-narrator sound effect versions. So it's like it literally says it's like a movie in your head
It
or movie in
is.
your mind or something, which is like all reading. But like this is like so they'll be like walking down like a stone hallway, and their voices will like echo as they're talking. and
So
stuff
it's an
like that.
audio drama.
Yes, it's like a radio drama, basically.
It's everything that I wanted actually like normal audiobooks to be when I picked them up, but I don't like normal audiobooks, but this works.
Yeah,
Okay. So you don't like audiobooks, but you like audio dramas.
Yes.
correct.
Okay.
When
that
we
sounds
were
fun
younger,
actually.
we had I think it was on CDs at that point. It was like an old radio drama.
Oh God,
It was called like Cinnamon Bear or something.
and I hated it.
I could still like hear the theme song in my head, and I was probably like 8. Anyway, everyone hated on me listening to that, but
Yeah, we did.
and I don't remember anything about it except for the very, very end. But that's okay.
Well, I'm not listening to that again. So
I
you're
think
on
we
your
still have
own.
it somewhere. Anyway, we're here to talk about a song.
Well, you remember two things about it. The very end and that everyone hated you for it.
Yeah, but like we all, like me, Courtney, and my mom all listened to it. Like we listened to it before bed. Like, you know, like it was an actual radio drama that we had to like listen to at a certain time. But we didn't. I don't know. Anyway, little fun fact about me.
Fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I'm glad.
So, we're here to talk about a song.
Yes.
And
I'm here to talk about the Hunger Games
I don't know why I clapped. There was no reason for that. Sorry to clap in your ears.
because it's good. Yeah.
But you also kind of changed your name.
Yes.
You
we
dropped the band from your name. Now you're more edgy. But really, like, what? So, what was the deal here? Did you finally decide we're tired of writing all this out, or you drew the O with the line through it and thought it looked awesome? What happened there?
Well, okay, because I had been wanting to drop the band for a long, long time, but Courtney didn't want to because we had kind of already established that that's what it was, and
So we had the logo. I was
Yeah.
trying to go for like branding. What's the word?
anyway, long story short,
You know what I mean.
I hated it. And I kept wanting to drop it because everyone would just say double identity anyway, right? So then it's like you had to do a disclaimer every time. Now you still have to do a disclaimer, and it's arguably harder to get people to understand, but like I like it better, so it is what it is. So basically, we wanted to change it, but we can't have just double identity normally. Like we couldn't just drop the band. because
That's why the band was there in the first place.
yeah, like multiple other people are using it. So like it's not even like you could just contact like one person to be like, hey, you know,
Please, sir,
because there was like a long gap in when they were using it, and we're like us, so we don't have, you know, a legal team like One Direction did, where they could just buy people out. So the next best thing was to stylize it the way that we do now, which is in all caps and then the funky O. I don't know if that means it would technically be pronounced differently, but that's not really any of my business because this is how, like, we're just pronouncing it Double Identity.
Oh, Lolo doesn't pronounce
Lolo,
it.
because Lolo does that too. She had it, like, her name just be Lolo, spelled how you would normally say spell the name, but now it's in all caps with the O's and everything. So it's nice. It sucks for, like, URLs because that's not a character that is recognized, but
And also, like,
What?
we've had some issues where, like, people make, say, like, posters or, like, promotional materials, and they don't do the slash. And then we have to be like, hey, can you please, like, make sure it's stylized right? I'm not shading anyone. I'm not calling
I
anyone
think
out.
almost everyone
It's
this
just,
year has
like-
done it, so it's not
just, like, kind of crazy, because I'm like, can you, like, send it for approval or ask if you're not sure? Like, why is it getting posted and then it's wrong? And then I have to feel weird about being like, hey, can you, like, make this correct?
So there's a
Thanks.
learning curve, but that's kind of the long version.
Can you please follow the directions that I sent to you and actually do this the way I wanted it to? Thank
Can
you.
you
That'd be
please
great.
spell the name correctly?
Well, because, you know, then, like, also when you get into, like, Spotify and stuff, when stuff automatically links, say if you're on, like, Dice or, like, we do our stuff through Bands in Town or whatever, but it's like, if you spell it wrong, it links to somebody else. Like, we've had that happen before.
And then nobody wants to change that.
But, you know, it's fun. Everything's so much fun, and...
So you're creating more work for everyone
Yes.
around you and then just
Well, it
blaming them
wouldn't
for
be.
it. Good job.
As
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be more work if they just did. I mean, they're learning, but
If you did it
fine.
right the first time, then you wouldn't have to read it. Yeah.
So yeah, basically, I didn't like the band, so we changed it.
Well, the first time you were here, the band broke up. So that's great.
Yeah.
Which I actually did
Band's
listen
not together right now.
to our first interview because I
Oh
had
my
to remember, well, because I don't remember things, but that's why I have them recorded.
When was that?
That would have been June 2020.
Oh, wow. It's almost
And
5 years ago.
Yeah, a lot has happened since then. And I went back because this song, The Party, that we're going to play and we're going to talk about, sounds different than your other stuff. It sounds heavier. It's just, there feels like there's been a shift here. So I went back and listened to, because I always ask musicians about their songwriting processes. And what you said was that Arden writes 75% of the songs before Courtney's allowed to come into the room. And also that Courtney's not allowed to sing. So I'm wondering, with this new song and maybe this new direction for the band, has that process changed?
Courtney is allowed to sing. No, through that process since 2020, she's allowed to sing.
In
Good-
5 years.
yeah,
I
good
have
luck figuring
crawled
out
my
on,
way
like, Talking
to
to
the
Ghosts.
microphone.
When she sings, or even in the song, because people can't tell, and we switch it up live depending on what we need to do. But I would say that's generally still true with me starting stuff. Unless it's actually I think I always start stuff. Even if I bring it into the room a little bit sooner. I
And
want to talk about, like, other songs
75%?
that we've written, but I'm not going to do it. But for the party, I am starting to learn Logic a little tiny bit. So I was just kind of messing around on there. Like, normally it would start on, like, acoustic guitar, but I don't believe this one did. So I don't know. I think it was a mix of, like, voice memos and Logic. For people that don't know what that is, it's just like a digital software that you write stuff on and record it. That was a bad explanation, but
It's like GarageBand.
yeah, it's like GarageBand.
The way you said it was like, oh, I'm learning about Logic for the first time. Like, oh, you're finally learning how to
Yeah,
make things
like-
make sense. Good job.
Exactly. So it was a little bit different. Honestly, I don't even remember that much. I'm gonna have to go through and, like, find the demo and then not show it to anyone because our demos are always bad because I don't actually go in and, like, pitch correct anything or do anything. First of all, I don't fully know how to do that yet. But also it's
Can I
just
jump
getting it
ahead?
in. You go right ahead.
People will be like, give us feedback and like the auto tune on our vocals, and like I'll text Roy's been on the show, and I'll be like, even in like the mixing phase, and I'll be like, is there like a lot of how did I say that? Gosh, lot of auto tune like on this note or whatever, and he's like, no, you sang it that way. So to the haters out there, when you do a take 5,000 times, maybe the best one's gonna sound like auto tune.
That is not about the writing process, though.
That's okay. No, that's valuable information for the haters. Thank you.
So it's a more of a personal insult than it's like, well, actually,
I am that. Yeah, I guess Arden covered the answer.
Yeah, well, because then when we got in the studio, I like had all of, you break everything down, and I had all these pieces of like the guitar track in my head. I had like a little spreadsheet this time and everything, so we didn't forget anything. And then Roy was like, well, how would you, if you were just playing this, like, how would you play it? And I was like, that's a great question, because
keep
normally,
it to yourself.
Normally, when I write stuff on acoustic, you have like that main rhythm track, but I didn't have that. So then I had to like figure it out on the fly, and I did it, and it was fine. And then we added, I don't think in the demo, I don't think there was a
bridge
guitar solo either.
Well, and the bridge build-up part thing.
That happened in the studio.
That happened in the studio. We normally don't write like a ton in the studio because we're just there to record. But we do add in some like we don't, how people go into the studio and they're like writing the song while they're there? We don't do that. We have it already written. So, but that part we did.
I feel like that's a good lesson for songwriters, because we've talked about how expensive studio time can be. Have the song written, or just have Roy fix it. If it's not right, just have Roy fix it.
No, that's both great options.
Well, and it is also really nice to go in and like have a fresh set of eyes on it that knows what they're doing. Because like Roy will hear stuff in there that we don't hear, or we've just been hearing it so many times, or you've been practicing it a certain way to be ready to record it, that then, it's nice to actually be flexible. And I feel like we have a good enough working relationship now and enough experience that like I'm fine being flexible. Like I think I just wrote the solo, like Roy went up to get coffee and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have been like terrified. I would have been like, oh my God, like I can't, it's not enough time, or I'm not good enough or whatever. But it was nice just being able to do it and not worry about it, and it's all good. So I think that shows, growth, which is good, because I think that's always kind of the goal too. And I think with the party specifically, we took a different direction in terms of initially writing it as well. I don't want to say that it's like fake or anything like that. And I don't mean our song fake. I mean like it's a lie.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. But it was, based on something where it's more like kind of inspired by things instead of like necessarily like this is the
Although I will say,
fact.
If you listen to Talking to Ghosts, the encore, the original version of Honeymoon Phase may or may not could connect if you wanted it.
But there's also a song on our Instagram called Somebody Else that has the same kind of concept. So it's like the concept of it has been kind of brewing for a long time, and then it just ended up working with this song. And it's been like, I think it's been about a year since we recorded it at this point. So it's kind of crazy to be like, oh, there was a time that this was just an idea, or like, you know what I mean? Like, because it just takes so long to kind of get out there. So, but yeah, it's nice that it finally worked. And I'm interested in you saying that it feels like heavier, because if anything, I thought this song was like a little bit more pop almost. Like the verses, in the first verse, there's no guitar, like it's just bass, and the drums are the programmed drums and stuff. So I don't know,
might make it heavier.
Maybe it does. I don't know.
Did you mean sonically?
Yeah, I think like tonally it feels different, not in a bad way, just like, because I listened to all of your stuff today, because that's usually what I do when I have a band on, is just listen to everything I can. So I listened to all your stuff
Listen to our songs
in order, which was great, which was crazy.
Wait,
And
did
it
you
just-
start at small talk?
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I almost took that one off. That one almost. I don't even think I transferred that over to the new Spotify.
Oh, well, I bought it, so
Can't
it's fine.
actually.
Can't get transferred over.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That
Yeah.
was a separate debacle. Sorry about the name change of why it's two Spotify profiles, but
Yeah.
continue your thing, Pat.
Yeah. Well, I'm not on Spotify anymore anyway, so that wouldn't matter to me. So yeah, it just feels like there's, I don't want to, like, maybe I said earlier, it's been like a shift. Maybe that's even the wrong word, but it just feels like there's a different direction that you're going in. And I wonder if that was like on purpose. Like, is it something where you sat down and like, okay, we're going to try to sound this way, or we just have this idea and it's just going to sound like this, and to hell with everybody else?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, we definitely wanted with this song and then the new stuff too is like to have it be lighter and be more fun. I know like lighter is a kind of subjective
Talking
term.
to Ghosts was such like a personal type of project that we could kind of let that go for like this next, I hate to say like era, but like post Talking to Ghosts. So we were more receptive to like trying new things with it.
And we wanted it to just be fun because like with
fun
how,
to play.
Yeah, and like with how heavy I think Talking to Ghosts is whatever, that there wasn't that much room for that. So especially since we released Talking to Ghosts and everything, like we've been playing out a lot more. So we've been playing shows a lot more. So, you know, like with Are You Gonna Listen Now? Like that was my favorite one to play live, and I was like, okay, well, why? And I think that The Party now has replaced that one in my favorite to play live ranking. But I think it kind of has like the same sort of vibe to it, guitar-wise live. I don't know. I just think I don't know that it was a conscious choice necessarily to be like, oh, it's gonna sound different. But I think that the inspiration and the motivation behind it was different. So maybe that's
In terms of
what it
sounding
is.
different, like we were trying to make it more, not love songy, but
I think it's a love song, and I think it's a love song.
there's
because of
maybe
the
a
bridge.
subplot of a love
There's a
song.
subplot of a love song. In
There's
that
like
song.
a hint of it rolling by.
But we have. I'm not
You
gonna
know, like
spoil
the
anything.
thing with like LaCroix where it's like you rolled like a fruit past, and that's like,
What?
I'm describing this really bad, but that's what I was referencing with what I just said. But I can see now it's not landing.
I don't know. I have no idea what
Let's
you're talking
just
about.
move on.
You're going to have to give me a second to wrap my head around what you were trying to say.
The LaCroix part or everything before it?
All of it.
We can scratch the LaCroix part. No,
That's
just
okay.
that it was like, just not as, but I guess because there's like the hints of like a love story underneath it, but most of the song is like, you suck, bro.
No, but there is
Which
the
is pretty
subplot, though.
on brand for
There
Double
is
Identity.
the subplot because it's like you're at the party and then your ex shows up at the party with someone else. They think they're gonna make this is my half of my speech before we play it live, but they think that they're gonna make you jealous or whatever because they're there with somebody else, not expecting you to be there with someone else. But you are there with someone else, and your someone else is better and hotter than their someone else, and that's not hating on their someone else. Okay, it's an insult at your ex, for the record. And then like in the song, it's just like, oh my, like you went out to the car during this party and you're calling me like because you saw me here. Like that's weird, bro. But then like you're still with your person at this party, and you're not gonna leave the party to go back with your ex. No backslideys. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. You Suck Bro is a very common theme for Double Identity lyrics.
It
by the way,
is.
so
So it's like, but it's like bridging the gap between like you suck, bro, but also,
Someone else might not,
you know. So
which is a new concept. Aside from the rear view.
yeah. I think the Rear View is our closest love songy thing that's released right now.
yeah, it's You Suck Bro, but also this person that I'm with is better than you. So you still
Yes.
suck, but I'm okay with that because I'm not stuck on you like you're apparently stuck
Correct.
on me.
But you
Correct.
need to sit with
So
that.
it's really kind of just a different version of the Rear View a little bit, like if you think about it that way.
Sure, you can think about
The X is just not there in the rear view. You know what I mean? You're just at a bar. I really don't like champagne, though. That is true.
I don't either.
I want to like it so bad because aesthetically I like it,
Just put like
I like the
something else in the
vibe.
glass.
but it's like bad. I don't
Put
know.
water in there, and it's gonna look almost the same from afar.
Yeah, maybe I just like the glass. Maybe you're right.
So you like to drink out of champagne flutes, but you don't like drinking champagne.
I'm drinking out of a mug right now. No one else can see, but I like funky little glasses. I got one that over there that's a corgi with a scarf. It's a mug. I got a waffle one that's Stranger Things. I got a little collection.
Nice.
Yeah, gives it whimsy.
I don't have any mugs down here. I have a pug mug, but it's not down here.
My goodness. I love that.
Yeah, I know. I love it too. It's great. No one else would be able to see it though, so it wouldn't.
That's too bad. Then they're missing out, and that's their problem.
They have to come on the show.
I don't know.
Because they don't come to my house and see my mugs.
Yeah. You just gotta live with the consequences of your inactions.
Yeah. Yeah, they should. Yeah, I
You're
like
gonna have
that.
a knock at your door.
Oh my God. Why? No. How are you knocking at the back door? There's a fence back there. Don't
Scale
come.
it.
Don't do
I've
that.
always wanted to hop a fence, not for illegal reasons, just for fun. But I feel like I don't know. I feel
Remember
like
when
that's,
everybody was gonna storm Area 51?
I was not part of that group.
No, but I don't know what my brain went.
I don't
there.
think you can just hop the fence at Area 51.
You can't.
I would certainly hope not. I would hope that
But
Area
wasn't there a
51
movie?
is more secure than somebody's front yard.
I would
Not like a
imagine.
movement, but there was like a social media thing.
Well, yeah.
But I
We
mean, I
also
didn't care if it was real or not because I wasn't
Routinely
going.
do stuff like let's all put XYZ on the bean. So like I don't go on Facebook very much, but when I do. Anyway, do you like that we can't stay on topic ever?
I do. It makes the show more fun because then if I forget what we were talking about, it really doesn't matter because
Nobody
you also
knows.
forgot what we were talking about.
Exactly. 100%.
You asked about the party.
We got to Area 51. Y'all think aliens are real?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
I think so too.
There's no way they're not real.
I would agree. It's
I'm
very-
glad we're in agreement. This is good. I like
Yeah.
this.
This is where Pat's like, I
Yes.
actually am an alien. Is now a good time to mention?
So anyway, the party. I'm going to clap again to get
Woo.
myself back on track. I think you covered it. I think we're good, right? Is there anything else that we missed? I do have a question about it though.
What is it?
Wait, let me make sure I got through all my stuff that I wanted to ask you. Okay, Courtney's not allowed to sing. Okay, process change. Okay, we're good there. How'd you get lipstick stains on a jacket? That's my question because I feel like that's not practical to happen, right? Maybe I don't deal with enough lipstick
Look at
in my life.
jacket. No one else can see, but it is on our Instagram. It's like a little pin.
Oh, okay.
And everybody's like, oh, like Sabrina
Okay.
Carpenter. And I'm like, not really.
Okay.
Because this song was written before her whole lipstick kiss thing. So I was like, oh, we're going to like do that. It's going to be great. And then her whole album rollout was like based around a lipstick kiss. And I was like, they're going to think we're copying. Okay. So in the song, the metaphor, I guess, of that is like the first verse is about this person that you hungry? It was really loud. Sorry. Okay.
Cut that out,
I'm
Pat.
locking in. I'm locking in. I need to like look at the lyrics as I say this. So basically, it's like, oh, this guy said that they'd love you forever, then they blocked you for a week, rip. And then they wanted you back, right? So you're like, screw off. Like I'm not
Could we
interested.
talk about real quick how
I'm answering
hard
the
the
question.
line, the one after it?
I'm
the,
trying so hard to stay on track.
I know. That told him to go to hell, but he's a maniac. He started begging the devil to get me back. I love that line.
And absolutely no one has questioned what I'm sidetracking us here because I haven't talked about this yet because there's another song that we haven't finished that would tie it all in a lot better. But I don't know if that's going to come out, so I can say this here, the exclusive. That we also mentioned the devil in Are You Gonna Listen Now? And there may or may not have been I'm like nervous to say
You
this.
can connect our songs like you can connect Taylor Swift
It's
songs.
not
if you took
connected.
it upon
It's not
yourself.
connected plot wise, but it is connected in the sense of like how we demonize women as a society for not like conforming to what men want. So the idea also, as like the party kind of went on, is like, okay, he started begging the devil to get me back, and then the chorus of the song is like him begging to get the subject back. So like then implying that like you were like in hell and he's like begging you. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad explanation because I wasn't prepared to give it. But I think like
Well, I like the double meaning always of like getting someone back. Of like, do you want them like back or do you want to get like revenge on them?
so there's like a lot of different ways to interpret that. Depending on the day, you interpret it how you like. But food for thought. That was a bad explanation. But you know, somebody out there will get it, and then
The girls who get it,
the girls who get it. But the lipstick kisses thing, the original idea with that was like he's begging, like he wants to get you back while there's lipstick stains on his denim jacket. So it's like one, like I wanted to be more descriptive and like giving this character a actual description of just like the jacket, and then it contrasted later with the other person that you're with. But it's like, well, they're trying to get you back, but let's say like they're actively being with other people, right? Like that's because I don't wear lipstick as just like a general.
Yeah, but that also
thing.
doesn't make sense.
If you know me, then you know that it's like an extra Easter egg. But I thought the visual was cool also. So it's this kind of thing of like, well, they're trying to get you back, but like they're also say like actively with other people, and you can see that, right? Like whether that's because you actually visibly see it or like Instagram or whatever. So it's like not a genuine wanting to get you back, or then in the second verse when it's like, well, I know like that you've seen now like this new guy that you're with has like the same lipstick stain situation, which like I don't even think you could do that on a leather jacket.
I got a white one. You could,
you know, like I don't think that would work.
Get-
But in my head, that was a twofold thing of like if you interpret the lipstick stains as like say like you did that to this guy's jacket. I don't know how. Okay, I've never done it. We don't know. But
use it like a crayon.
yeah, just like a little smiley face on the collar. That like say then you're doing the same thing with this new guy, like meaning that then the old guy has been like wearing this jacket, whatever.
There was a lot
Or
of discussion between.
You're like making fun of it, like with this jacket, right? Like with this cute little pin thing, like that is technically making like it's poking fun at that concept of like.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of discussion between who's denim jacket boy and who's leather
I wanted to be
jacket
switched
boy.
personally, but I lost the fight.
But I kind of like the idea of like, you know, leather jacket has the like baddie vibe, you know what I mean? And so I wanted to like kind of flip that on its head of like, you would think the guy with the leather jacket would be like the one treating girls bad, and it's not. It's denim jacket boy.
Well, it's funny. Leather jacket boy he's just there.
He's just
Like,
there.
We don't know if is there anything good about him or is he just there. We don't know.
Well, we do because we wrote the
He's an
backstory.
angel.
But yeah,
So you were turning around the perception of the leather jacket with this.
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I like
I
that.
love leather jackets. I don't want to demonize.
I do not own any leather jackets, but if I did, then well, people might think I'm a badass still. Should I? What do you think? Should I get a leather jacket?
All of my leather jackets are fake leather. Just for the record.
Don't get real leather. But yeah,
I think you definitely could do that. I think
Okay.
you
I
could
need to
pull it
get
off.
a new one. Honestly, mine's falling apart.
Here's
'cause
this
it's
falling
fake.
apart because I threw it in your room because I found
Oh.
it and it was falling apart and I was like, that should go in the trash, and I didn't because it wasn't mine, but I threw it away out of my room. So
Okay.
you're welcome.
All right, so that's 2 votes for Pat getting a leather jacket,
Yes,
and yeah, I'll go upstairs and ask the missus. She would see what she thinks.
that's
We'll
very
see.
sweet.
She's gonna look at you. She's gonna be like, "What? Why do you want?" Don't
Who are you
give her.
talking
Don't
to?
give her any context. Just be like, so I've been thinking as of 15 minutes ago.
Okay, I'll let you know what she says. She will probably loudly chuckle and go, "No, you shouldn't do that." But we'll find out. We will find out soon. If I
You'll
should
have to
wear
let us know.
I'm excited to
a
find
leather
out.
jacket. Wow. I don't know. I don't know. Could I pull off a leather jacket? I don't know. No one can see what I look like right now, but
I think yes.
I
I think the point of a leather jacket is that anyone can pull it off.
okay.
It has to be the right leather jacket.
Well, yeah. Also, they're probably expensive, but that's like a whole other
Okay.
prong.
Yeah. I mean, I can't get it right now because I got to get a new phone, but.
Me too. Don't let them hear. They'll hear us.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like 6 months ago, maybe not 6 months ago, but some time ago, I was like, man, I think my phone's starting to slow down. I think I need a new phone soon. And then immediately my phone started to just throttle me and slow down. I'm like, you son of a. They
I
listened.
updated mine and it did that. Hence the heating up super, super, super hot so it couldn't charge.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get a new one before those
And then
tariffs
it's
take
like
effect.
for the cost of a new
It's just really expensive.
Yeah.
iPhone, you can get a guitar. And like I don't need a guitar right now, obviously, but like to know that, like a thing that will last you your whole life versus something that'll last 4 years if you're lucky is very hard.
Also, those two things aren't related, but one of them is more fun than the other.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
but one of them
My
you
mom
use
was
like
like-
8 hours a day.
I said that to my mom and she was like, well, if you take the price of, say, a phone and do that as like what you'd pay daily, if it's like 4 years or whatever, I was like, okay. And I use it for work too, so like that would make sense.
I
but-
really need like a work phone and then like a personal phone, but I don't have that, and I don't want to pay double to have that, you know?
Well, if you have a work phone, the company should buy that. If you need a work phone, you should pitch that to your bosses and say, hey, I need a phone. I need a work phone for just work stuff.
Yeah,
What
but
can we
it
do?
doesn't work that way when you work freelance,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
just
Well,
charge like a lot more money.
so you have to have a meeting with HR, which is yourself, or like accounting, which is yourself.
We
Yeah.
need to buy
Is this in the budget?
Yeah. You have to create a pitch for yourself and make a budget, do a PowerPoint, and
Honestly, my biggest holdup, I wanted to get the iPhone 15 because they used to like put them on sale once they came out with like the new one. But now they don't have the 15 on sale. I
I've
need the
never
15
bought a
Pro
brand new
with like
phone.
the ton of gigabytes because
Even that's not
I
enough.
have a ton of, even though I have iCloud, I have a ton of gigabytes. Like, and now it's just the 16 and it's all the AI, and I don't want that. I don't want the AI.
yeah, it's not something I need, right? Like if I want to use it, like fine, make it an option, but I'm probably not, because now my phone started popping up with Google Gemini or whatever it is. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. Please stop throwing this
I
at
know,
me.
I literally don't want any of it.
Or,
Like,
like-
you go into like Gmail and you want to like do an email, and it's like, do you want us to write it? I'm like, no, girl, I don't. Okay, it's 2 sentences, and I can use my brain for the.
Or
time
even
being.
on like the website that we use for to do playlist pitching, they have like you want like Chat GPT to do a summary of your feedback. I'm like, it's literally 2 sentences each. Like I think I got it. Like thanks so much for nothing.
I saw this video this morning, and there was this girl. I don't know where she was from. She had a really cool accent, and she was like, "AI, Chat GPT, this. What happened to having a think?"
Oh, I just saw that
you
last
see
night.
Wait, I didn't
funny.
see it. Did you send it to me?
I don't think so. I could try to find it again.
Phone, send me that video. That one.
Write that down.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
If I do it, because if you both saw it, it might send it to me. Also, I think it's whack that Instagram reels like have people's profile pictures like floating over it if they've liked it.
Oh,
and
they
you follow them.
expose you? Yeah, a lot of people need to like know that I can see what they like because they're messing up my algorithm and it's some weird stuff.
Oh, I am fully aware that people can see what I like on Instagram, and I just don't care. I say like, oh, that's cool, like, and I keep scrolling. Like there's no other thought than, oh, that looks cool. Oh, that made me
I
laugh.
don't care if
Oh,
other
nice.
people see what I like, but I shouldn't have to see what they like. Is what I'm
That's
getting
fair.
at. Like, or it's like it used to be just a little like, oh, liked by whoever, but then it like floats over the.
Some of y'all be liking some
Thing.
freaky stuff on Instagram.
Sorry about that. I need to make another account so you don't see all my weird stuff.
Not Pat. Pat is not included.
That we know
I'm
of.
gonna hang up and I'm gonna like see some random weird Instagram reel and it's gonna say Pat liked it and be like, I lied to the people.
I've been getting a lot of like, the therapists on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been getting a lot of that. So I always wonder. Well, actually, I don't always wonder. I'm wondering right this second that when I like that stuff, and I'm like, save. Like, does anyone else see that? I
Okay,
don't know.
side note. I am listening to the graphic audio of the Fourth Wing books, and I listened to the first 2 books, and then the third book had just come out when I started the audiobooks, but not in audio, just in like physical and normal audio. And so they just released part 1. So I have been avoiding spoilers like the plague.
It's not
for
working.
months now. And so every time I get like a Instagram reel or something about Fourth Wing, or I'm reading ACOTAR, but I'm at the mercy of Libby for when I can get those books.
Libby is not a
Side
person.
note,
Libby
it's
is
an app. It's a library app.
Thank you for
support
clarifying. I knew
yes.
that, but thank you.
Support your libraries, people.
It's not like some random person that's
Yeah. I'm waiting for this girl Libby to give you an audiobook.
It's Libby from Jimmy Neutron. That's what it is. That's who it is.
Okay, side note to the side note.
Oh my god.
On Spotify Premium, they have every single graphic audio of the ACOTAR series except for part 1 of the next book I need. So all the ones I've already read, in part 2, 3, the novella, and then all of the final book is available in Spotify Premium, which I have, Flex, and but not part 1. So I'm like stuck now waiting. But anyway, so I've been avoiding all these spoilers like the plague, but then you get like an Instagram reel and it's really cool. But if you like it, then it's like you want to see content about Fourth Wing and about this. And then it starts sending me spoilers. And I'm like, I can't, no.
Which, like,
No.
to be fair, the book came out earlier this year. So I feel like it's past the point. Like, I can't be mad at people for not saying, oh, there's a spoiler. You know?
I know, but I think I
And
want to
I
tell
actually-
somebody that dies and how they die.
Well, I don't want to hear about that. I actually rented the physical book from the library, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to end up rereading the series eventually, because after this...
And they kept pushing the dates.
I mean, can I
They kept pushing. So it was all supposed to be out in May originally, both parts. And then on the same day, I think the party came out. See, full circle. Part 1 of the audiobook came out, but it's not on Libby yet. And then it's not out, like the second part's not out till July.
Okay, here's what I don't get. It's a digital thing. So why can't, like, when it's like, oh, now they released 20 more copies.
Yes, because you still have to buy the copy. The library has to purchase the copy.
I guess. But then why are they buying it like 20 at a time? Why don't they just start out that way?
Because it's like $30
Okay.
or more per each part.
Maybe
It's like
the
expensive.
government should give them more money so they can buy the
Do you
one
hear
book
yourself
that I
right
want.
now? Libraries are trying to stay afloat right
That's
now.
what
And you're
I
like,
don't know.
why don't you buy 700 copies of
I'm saying
Wing?
that they should have the freedom to do that because they should get the funding to do that if they so want.
So if the government's listening to this podcast,
Which they are.
then
They stopped at
then I need Onyx Storm Part 1.
They were like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean it's not? We should have done that.
My favorite part when you come on the show, by the way, is when you both get excited about something, or one of you gets excited, and then the conversation is just me watching you geek out over whatever it is you're talking about. And that is one of my favorite things when you come on the show, because it happens every time. And I'm just like, should I interrupt? No, this is way too much fun.
Take over your podcast.
No,
Does
We're
that-
not even
like-
guests anymore. We just take
When
it
we
from
know
you,
people
Pat.
have like when we go on podcasts and they have like we have to actually probably start asking them of like, do you have a list of questions? Do we need to like stay super, super on track? Media trading, never heard of her. Like, you know, if this was a traditional interview, God, you know, like when actors go and they have all their press days.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah, they have to stick to things. You don't have to do that here.
No, that would not work on me. I'd be like, well, I already told the last 5 people that same exact thing. So
Well, not everybody has like questions to ask either. So then I feel like I need to fill.
do you have more questions?
Then
No.
I feel like I'm gonna fill the
Okay.
space because I don't want there to be an awkward silence. So I just keep talking.
No, I'm done with all my questions. I think that's it. Yeah. Lipstick on the jacket. Courtney isn't allowed to sing.
She is allowed to sing.
Arden's like, stop saying that.
Changing the
that.
name, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, we're all good. Unless you have something else you want to talk about, or if you want to pump up the song a little bit more before we play it, I think we're good. Do you feel good about this one? Do you think we can put a good stamp on this episode?
I feel good.
I think so. The party's actually doing like really well. Like it's our most successful release so far.
Wonderful.
I was scared
exciting.
because, with the whole name change and everything.
Well, yeah, because we were starting from scratch. So we had Spotify followers, and then we had 0 Spotify followers. And then people still don't understand when they're looking up Double Identity Band, and they're like, I don't see the new one.
That's why I made that
And I'm
video.
like, it's not on there.
Instagram, and I was like, listen, okay, you're not going to see it if you don't get it. Anyway, we just hit 100 followers on Spotify.
Hell yeah, I knew you could do it.
Oh, that's not a lot. It is a lot when we started from 0 a month ago.
That's wonderful. That's so cool. So we got a new name. You're building the network kind of all over again. New song, kind of going in a different direction, and all the other stuff we talked about. Hell, if I remember what it was, but
Aliens. We had AI. We
Aliens,
had
AI, the book series, Libby. We did a lot today. I feel good about this too. I think we covered a lot of ground, as we usually do, and as far as I know, everybody's going to be able to hear us, so that's good.
Yay!
I hope so anyway. But also, yeah, I think, no, do I have anything else? No, we're good. Thank you very much for being here once again. This was great.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for having us.
So yes, Double Identity. Wait, did you change the website URL too? Is it just
No.
Double? No, that's the same?
All
Okay.
the social platforms are the same. The only thing that's different is when you look on Apple Music or Spotify like that, you have to search Double Identity with the O.
But
Okay.
Tuggity Ghost is still under Double Identity Band. It didn't go anywhere.
Okay, well, there you go. So all the links to their stuff will be in the show notes. Go get the things. Go buy the song, stream it, send it to your friends via carrier pigeon if you can do that. Is that a thing?
I love pigeons.
That's not.
If you do that, you got to tell us.
Okay. All right. So if you do that, let them know and then do our best. So here we go. Brand new Double Identity, the party. It's the Melting Pat. We'll be right back.
So lonely, calling me from your car outside of the party. You love me, you're guilty, you're sorry. So I won't take you the last dance. You used up your last chance. Thought you'd be the one with somebody. And you saw me at the party. Oh my god, you're never gonna get your shit right now. Here's the thing about missing me and losing sleep, it's static. You know what I mean, I know you've seen my lipstick stains on his leather jacket. We're never going out of fashion. Since I've been gone, you've been so lonely, calling me from your car outside of the party. You love me, you're guilty, you're sorry. So I won't take you the last dance. You used up your last chance. Thought you'd be the one with somebody. And you saw me at the party. I thought it'd sting just a little bit, like when I saw you last in April. But you weren't looking for me then, and I don't pick up spam calls. So I'll grab the keys from his jacket pocket. He's with me, and we're staying in this apartment. Go pick the petals off the flowers somewhere else.
There you have it, our dear friends. Double Identity with The Party. That's their latest, The Melting Pat. We are back. Yeah, I screwed it up, but I had fun, damn it. I did try, full disclosure, this is the second take of doing this. I did try to do the whole thing, the end part. The beginning, I think I nailed. And then I tried to do the last little bit before they start singing again. And it didn't go well. And then I tried it there, and that's the best I can do. All right? Listen, I had fun, and that's what matters. Right? Yes? No? All right. Anyway, doubleidentityband.com for more from them. Get The Party. Go do it. You got to search Double Identity. It's got the O. We talked about the weird O, or the not weird, the different O. It's a different stylization there, so you gotta account for that. All right. Or again, if you send it to your friends via carrier pigeon, you have to let them know and let me know that you tried that and if it worked. All right. So there you go. Double Identity. Thank you very much, my friends. The Party. Go get it. Go buy it. Go stream it. Go do whatever it is that you do. And maybe don't let them know that. I mean, they're gonna listen, but maybe don't tell them about the mouth riff. How's that? Does that sound okay to you? All right. Anyway. That was fun, huh? Right? That was fun for me. The whole thing was fun for me, editing aside, and only just because it takes a while, but that whole thing was fun for me, man. I had a really good time, and I always do. I love, and two of my favorite things that happen when Arden and Courtney come on the show. The first one I mentioned is that they will geek out about whatever it is, and I'll just watch them. I'll just listen, watch them. Sounds creepy. But we're on video together, so we can see each other. It's easier to chat that way. And so I'll just sit there and listen to them geek out about whatever it is they're talking about and just let them go. Because this show is not very rigid in what we talk about and in the structure of things. So, we got to hit whatever you're promoting, we got to talk about that. And other things you want to promote, we talk about that. But other than that, it's pretty much whatever comes up, whatever happens with me or with them or with, collectively, whatever goes down is what happens. And so I love that. And also, one thing that I love is when we're done the interview, we're done having the conversation, and I stop the recording, we just spend another 20, 30 minutes talking about real shit. And that for me is great because it's like my wife and I talk about this stuff too, but it's nice to talk about it with other people who also feel the same way about hey, this thing is happening. This is bad, right? Yeah, it's terrible. And then, we go off and branch off about other things, and it's really, because we're friends, right? Double Identity and I, we're friends. We don't see each other because they live in a different state than I do. And, traveling is tough. So getting to just kind of catch up and chat and just have a conversation after the thing for the show, not professionally, not officially, just chatting as friends is one of my favorite things. And I wish we could do it more often. There you go. So that's what happens after the bell, as it were, after the credits. Not after the credits, but after we're done. We talk about a bunch of real stuff, and that's really, I really enjoy that part too. So in addition to hearing their music, in addition to having conversations with them on the show, we always have a nice poignant conversations after the show. And that's always fun for me. No, you can't hear them because they're not recorded because it's just us. So there you go. That's so two of my favorite things when Double Identity returns to the show. Well, three. One, that they come back at all. Two, when they geek out about things, it's very fun for me. And three, when we talk about real stuff after we're done. So yeah, that's a thing that happens, and I love it. It's fantastic. So there you go. That is our episode for today. We're good, right? Did we handle all our stuff? Do we have any post-credits with them today? No, because they did the question long ago, and I don't think we have anything to include. So there you go. That's it. We're good. We're good to go. We did it, man. And whoa, man, ladies and gentlemen, we nailed it. We finished out our stuff. We are good to go for today. Thank you very much to Double Identity for joining me. Thank you if you're new. If you just came in to hear Double Identity talk to me, thank you very much for that as well. Come on back or not. Do whatever you want to do. Come back in 2 years when Double Identity comes back on the show, and that's fine with me. If you only listen to certain episodes of the show, I have no qualms about that. All right, so there we go. But, hey, themeltingpat.com for more from me. And you can read and listen all about me and send a request for things to talk about, things to not talk about, things to write about, things to do whatever. You let me know, and I will do my damnedest to make it happen. All right? But that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. This has been a Nate Boylan production. Until next time, my friends, have fun. Be safe. Thank a veteran. Wear your mask, wash your hands, get vaccinated and boosted when you can. Tip your wait staff, and of course, don't do anything I wouldn't do. We're good. Thank you. I love you all. We'll talk soon. You've been inside the Melting Pat. Go crap open a cold one. And we're clear. We did it. We nailed it.